Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Saturday. I keep wanting to call it Sunday, but it is not Sunday. So, hello, hello, hello. My name is Jenny Lynn Curry. Welcome to my kitchen. I am not going to actually be cooking today because I want to talk to you guys about my 5 top tips for success and how to stay on budget while keto. So as you guys hop on, let me know where you're coming in from. We are here in Sumner, Washington. So if you guys are new to us, hi, welcome. Make sure to drop new down in the comments. We have been keto / low carb-ish, at least for the last 2 years. So we've had to adapt a little bit with, how we do things, how we shop, how we kind of not meal prep necessarily, but how we grocery shop and that kind of thing. And the biggest complaint that I get from a lot of people when they first start keto is it's like super expensive. It's super expensive when you first start because it's almost like when you move and you have to completely clean out your pantry and you throw everything away, and then you get into your new place and you have to restock everything and put all new, you have to start over with all new stuff, right? And so a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. So these are my top 5 tips for 1, starting and having some kind of success, and 2, staying on budget. Because I know for a lot of people, especially right now, budget is a big thing, especially for people who have been taken down from maybe a 2-income family to a 1-income family or whatever, with all of this, craziness that we've been in for the last 2 years. So my number 1 top tip is don't throw away your meal plan, right? Like if you have a meal plan now that works for you and your family, stick with that meal plan. The only thing that you need to do is say every single week you have spaghetti for dinner 1 night a week. That's what your kids love. That's what your husband loves, whatever, right? Stick with that meal plan, but instead of making regular spaghetti noodles, make zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash, or do a noodle-less thing and just have a meat sauce or something like that over. There are healthy noodles or palmini noodles in the can or something like that. So just substitute the low carb keto stuff for the high carb not keto stuff, right? So don't throw away your meal plan, just make substitutions. It's all about substitutions, right? My second tip is when you start keto or low carb, just do it. Like, don't go, okay, I'm going to buy keto and low carb, but we're also still going to buy these snacks because the kids are going to be hungry. Don't. Because 1, that's going to be even more money on your budget, because those carby snacks, the potato chips and the Pop-Tarts and the bread and all of those things are going to be added extras on your budget that you don't need. Yeah, are the kids going to want it? Yeah. Are the kids probably going to be a little cranky that you didn't buy it? Yes. But if you stick to your guns and you continue to do what you know you need to do, they'll get over it eventually. Here's the thing I always have to remind myself is we taught our kids how to eat. We taught our kids what tasted good and what didn't. We taught our kids to eat the way they eat. It's our job to teach them how not to eat that way. So we have to remember, especially us as parents, that we are the parent. We've got to teach them the right thing to do, right? So sticking with keto and low carb, forget those crappy, sugary, carby extras. Just get the good for you keto stuff. If your kids need snacks, that's fine. Get celery and peanut butter. Celery and cream cheese is really good. Cucumbers with cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning. My kids love those ones. You know, you can, the kids love salami and cheese sandwiches, or meat and cheese sandwiches, bologna and cheese sandwiches. My kids love those, right? So you just have to make it super, super simple and stick to keto low carb. Don't go buy the extras. So if that's making sense, give me some money signs down below. Number 3 is eat only when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Now, if your hunger hormone is all out of whack, so when I first started keto, I could go all day without eating anything and it wouldn't bother me at all. But then when somebody said, oh, let's start fasting, we're going to fast, you know, like 16 hours a day. I was like, sorry, what? And so it's a little bit crazy when you think of it like that. Like, I can fast, no problem. But if I tell myself I'm going to fast, that's a completely different story. So the whole eat when you're hungry, not when you're full was a hard concept for me because I was never really hungry. And so I would say start eating 3 times a day. He's sweeping the ceiling. He's on a mission, don't you worry. He's doing all kinds of stuff behind me. So stick to 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Do that for a week. After you've done that for a week, take away breakfast and have lunch and dinner. Take away breakfast that entire week and have lunch and dinner. You will understand and you will kick your hormone back into gear and you will understand what it feels like to be hungry, okay? The other thing is to drink a full glass of water before any meal to help you not overeat during that meal. One of the things that we just know as a collective is that we are dehydrated. I mean, it doesn't matter how much water you drink really, unless you are focused on it all the time, you're dehydrated. If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. So it's just something that we always have to be cognizant of, especially when it's super, super hot and muggy outside. You want to make sure that you're drinking that extra water. So that was number 3. Only eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, and drink that glass of water before each meal. Number 4. So this is something that I started doing when we first started keto, and I need to go back to this a little bit more. We still kind of do it, but I need to do it even more. So one of the things that I used to do every time was on Sundays, we would do what we called a refrigerator clean out, right? So we would go through the refrigerator, toss anything that needed to be tossed if it wasn't good to reuse or to make out of meals that week, and then make a list of what we had in the refrigerator or what we had in the freezer, and then figure out what meals we could make out of what we already had. So like if we had bell peppers and hamburger, we could make stuffed bell peppers. We could make bell pepper boats. We could make, what? You get the idea. Anyway, so you can make a ton of we could make bell pepper nachos with that, right? So you can do all of those things with just those 2 ingredients if you had them left over from the week before. So that could be one whole meal that you don't have to buy for because you already have it in your refrigerator. And then based on what I have in my refrigerator, what I have in my freezer, what I have in my cupboards, then I would make my meal plan based on that. And I would only buy what I needed for that week. And then when I would go to the grocery store, I would stick to just what's on that list. Really good tip is if you can go without your significant other or your kids, that's my whoa tip, is try to do that. Like, I love grocery shopping. I don't know, there's something calming about it, but not when Ricky or Noah go with me.
Amen.
Because they want stuff that's is not on the list. They want to go down aisles that I don't need to go out down. And so definitely try to leave the person that wants to go and do all the things down all the aisles and see, oh, let's go see what's down here. No, leave them at home, okay? So number 5 is stick to the outside of the aisles. Don't go down all of the extras in the middle. And then grocery shopping, if you are that person that I just talked about, the one that has to go down all of the other aisles, don't go grocery shopping. Do Instacart, do whatever those other ones are in your area where you order everything online and you just go and pick it up, Walmart pickup or whatever it is. Whatever that is, if you are that person that goes to the grocery store and you're like, oh yeah, I need this, and oh yeah, I need that, and you cannot stick to a list, don't go to the grocery store. There are other things that you can do. Instacart, Walmart pickup, whatever it is, do those things. 1, it's going to be more budget friendly for you. 2, it's going to be easier for you to say no and to just specifically get what's on your list to stay keto and low carb. You're not going to have to go down the checkout aisle and see all the candy sitting there and go, oh, but I really needed that Snickers bar, or whatever it is. You can stay away from that. It's more budget friendly. You don't have to go through and see all those end caps where you're like, oh yeah, I needed that, and oh yeah, that's on sale, I should get that. Don't do it, okay? So that's my 5 top tips. So if you guys got value out of this, please slam that share button and share it out to whoever you think needs to hear it. Otherwise, come and join me again tomorrow. I'll give you some more tips and tricks on how I stay keto and on budget. Thanks, guys. Have a happy Saturday.